Good evening, sports fans! TTM Crobat for the win here today with the Stab League Draft Tournament. This was my side of the tournament. All of my games. I played 3 games. Earlier, I think it's going to be either yesterday or 2 days ago. It was actually Saturday the 16th. I'm also here. I'm joined by my good friend, Stab. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, people of the TTM channel. It's about time I lived up to my Discord name. So, it's hearing Dan's intro live, being in the video with them is awesome. But yeah, as Dan just said, this is the Stab League tournament. This is the tournament that we had for our draft placement. So how you finished in the tournament was how the order you got to pick your draft pick that you wanted in. We had 12 competitors this season. Well, technically 9 because some people didn't show up, but it was a fun time. And
it sure was a fun time. And the winner also, he forgot to mention, the winner got a Porsche.
Yeah, I don't know what tournament Ansel was a part of, but that was clearly not a prize.
Oh, wait! Am I in the wrong video?
Yeah, you're looking for a Wheel of Fortune. That's on on.
Oh yeah, Vanna White. Yeah, Vanna White. Alright, so, why don't we jump into this game? Even if I'm in the wrong video, let's just go with it anyways.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Okay, so, I'm just about ready to jump into this game with Stab. Just wanted to talk about my team a little bit real quick, and my opponents as well. So he's rocking the Skarmory, Donphan, Gengar, Melodic, Mega Charizard X, and Raikou. So to counter this, I brought Salments with Haban Berry, Intimidate, pretty physically defensive and bulky. It's with Roost, Toxic, Fire Blast, Draco Meteor. That's really important because not only can it check Skarmory, it is almost a foolproof counter to the Megazord X, which I was very scared of going into this game. The Draco Meteor KOs 100% of the time, which was awesome. I had no investment in special attack, yet it KO'd, so it was great. I had a especially offensive Nidokings with Life Orb with 4 attacks. I had a relatively defensive bulky Jirachi, Assault Vest Superior. I had Kabutops, which was weak armor actually, so that was pretty cool. I finally got to learn what Liquidation was, and no, it was not a sale at your local Macy's. It was a new move that they have in Gen 7 that I was not aware of prior to team building. So good on me for finally learning something. Then I have Clefable, which is actually offensive as well, bulky offensive. So it's like a bit of a tank, I'd say, with soft play.
You know what, Nancy, before we jump into the actual game, you know what I forgot to mention?
What?
It's that you didn't know there was a tournament until 3 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. We forgot about that. So this tournament, I figured out I was entered in this tournament at 3 a.m. the night before. Well, actually, it was the day of, technically, right? And I had no teams built, I had nothing built, and I built all of these teams in about 15 or 20 minutes. So I was genuinely impressed with the amount of thought in myself. Like, that very rarely happens. I'm usually a very humble person, but the fact that I managed to put together articulate teams in such little time, in literally having less than 12 hours, I slept for 10 hours last night. So, or 2 nights ago, the night before the tournament, whenever this goes up. But I don't know.
You actually got that much sleep? I feel like I got like 4 hours of sleep.
I got pretty good sleep. Like, I'd say close to 10 hours, 9 or 10 hours. I needed it during finals. Anyways, maybe we should jump into this game. I think we've wasted 4 minutes of these poor people's lives. I hope we kept them moderately entertained. All right, are you ready to play?
All right, I'm ready to hit play.
All right, so I'm hitting play right now. So, I lead off with Nidokings, which is my offensive one. He goes out with his Donphan. It's not a very favorable matchup for me, even though I have the Ice Beam. I just don't want to risk taking an Earthquake, so I go...
Plus, Donphan is 30, so that's not...
Yeah, it's not even a good idea, to begin with. So, Superior is a really good option to go into. I honestly was expecting the Charizard, but I could not risk anything. I wanted to knock off if I could. Didn't work too well, but here we go. I got critted, turn 3. Thankfully, he switches out, and I'm not quite sure why, but it worked out in my favor. I know I could have lived a Dragon Claw from that range. I could have. So that's why I stayed in and Draco Meteored. I just wanted to Roost on the next turn because I could get my Salamence back up to good health. and just switch out, hopefully into Kabutops to Rapid Spin. He then Whirlwinds me away, which is really, really annoying. But we can see here, that was actually not the worst thing that could have happened, because I got a Fire Blast off with Aqua Berry on my opponent's Scarm, so that was kind of annoying. Not a big deal, though.
It's good prep on his part, though. I mean,
it is good prep, absolutely. But it's not a big deal for me, because Scarm can't do anything to the Mance in the slightest. Now here's Donphan. Ice Shard is obviously imminent, so I'm going to go into my Clefable, which can chew that up really, really nicely. Ice Beam from Clefable does around half. It's I think, like a damage roll. He misses the Gunk Shot. Now, I'm pretty sure I would have lived.
I mean, Hatch rewards the better player, clearly, so...
something like that. So that was nice. Here's the Milotic. Now, this is the thing I'm most fearful of. Now that Zard, I have a good grasp on. I have a good domination over Skarmory. I think I am not afraid of Gengar, not afraid of Raikou. This is the only thing I have left that I'm a little bit afraid of. If it has Mirror Coat, I'm screwed. I might have a bad news bears time.
And spoiler, it does.
It does right there. So Thunderbolt does a good amount, but Mirror Coat does even more.
You know, at least you weakened him to a point where he couldn't afford to recover off.
That is true. So at this point, I'm trying to play some games here and hoping to Rapid Spin. Hoping to
that crit on Rapid Spin.
That was
that was the difference.
X rewards the better player. You did say that. And now Macy's is liquidating as I get the defense drop, which is actually very significant because that would mean the next liquidation would be very, very close to KO. Now, my liquidation again. I'm gonna be honest, I regret this right here. I could have ended this charade right here. I was expecting him to switch, I don't even know what I was expecting. I thought Rapid Spin would KO, but it didn't. I regret that. I should just gone.
Damn it, there's a calculator right there.
It was in a moment of weakness, Stab. It was in a moment of weakness.
He lives at 2%, he recovers off.
So this game could have been so much easier if that was my one mistake in this game, I think, my one big mistake. I should have just had a sale, and just got rid of everything. But I didn't. So Skarmory's here. I'm not scared of Skarmory at all. And you can see why. It's so easy that even a Jirachi could do it. Just flinch. Dead. So we got Nidoqueen in right now.
Oh, Nidoqueen's like, hold this offensive Fire Blast.
Oof. Fire Blast. Roasted Skarmory over an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. It's a pretty good Christmas time, wouldn't you say?
I would say so. No Thunderbolt from Milotic, though, so... back out of the Jirachi.
Yep, and then these are the Jirachi Milotic shenanigans that will be unfolding. Hey, Stab, I could list about 10,000 things that are more exciting than what's going on the screen right now. Hey, how was your day?
My day was pretty awesome. I did the Stab League tournament. Got knocked out round 1.
It's your namesake. How does that even happen?
I don't know. They must be cheating or something.
Alright, well, something exciting is going on again, so we better jump back. Since Jirachi's flinch shenanigans were cut short, they were curtailed, but, I went to Salamence to easily check the, Charizard X. I go for the Draco Meteor on the Raikou, which actually doesn't do very much. But the Raikou's at
this is no special attack, right?
That is true. So it is no investment at all. I'm going to go into Jirachi. I know it's my best play because I can take anything. It's pretty bulky all around. I'm hoping I can flinch. No, I can't flinch. I'm hoping that I can U-turn out and get a better switch. Here's Donphan. So we'll see what we do here. We've got an Iron Head. It does 21%.
Donphan will do
nothing.
Again.
It's going to do absolutely nothing.
Jirachi will do Jirachi things, though.
I mean, Jirachi's just going to town right now, so... Before the liquidation sale, Jirachi really went to town and bought everything. Alright, Jirachi's 90% health, doing really good. So we've got Gengar. I'm scared of Gengar. I don't want to stay in against that. We don't want this. Kabutops is kind of death fodder at this point. It really doesn't do much against anything on the rest of his team. It doesn't outspeed. It does nothing. So goodbye, Kabutops. We've got Nidoqueen, which can take an attack from Gengar. It's really nice, unless it had a really weird
That's really interesting that he thought the Nidoqueen switching was right.
I feel like it was just had to be fodder at that point, I'm guessing. But I still question that myself. So here's
you already showed that you don't have Thunderbolt on the Nidoqueen for the Milotic, so you probably should have gone that first.
You would think, but I actually did have Thunderbolt. I just didn't want to go for it because of the Miracle. Oh, hey, by the way, how was your day? We didn't finish talking about that.
Oh, I'm sitting here with my good friend Nez, and we're about to see 7 or 8 turns worth of Milotic doing nothing.
Milotic's, yeah, just sitting there like a lame duck.
How many can he get? You know, we need a flinch counter on the side.
I don't know if I have that much time. I have finals this week, but you know, this is chemical engineering finals, so they're very tough. And the fact that I even had time to do this is amazing. I'm gonna have to be up for 24 hours for the next 3 years straight.
Chemical engineering teach you the combo for how to flinch at Milotic every turn except the one you need to as he recovers right there.
Yeah, Jolt taught me that one. I learned my best from Jolt. And oh, by the way, shout out to Jolt, who let me help him with his take-home final exam for advanced fluid mechanics.
I mean, does his A count for you too?
I hope so. I'd love some of that A transferred to me. He can transfer it. I could even give him the number. Like, he could phone my professor and have it transferred. I'd love that. So, all right, we've got the Milotic still in the field. Some things
we finally got the Milotic out of here.
Yeah, it's basically gone. Finally, right? So, thanks to Salamence, after 2 Draco Meteors. It was either that or I went for Fire Blast, and Draco Meteor had the better accuracy, so... And I don't even know if Fire Blast would have cared.
You know, some people say that, you know, Sky Strike Salamence is the best ever, but clearly no special attack investment, like max defense Salamence is the way to go.
It had a little invested in speed, but it was, you know, max HP, decent amount of defense, with a little bit of speed.
Gengar's going ham.
Yeah, Gengar's having a nice time right now, but not for long. Nidoqueen takes over. Nidoqueen is the boss.
I think this was when I came in on the live version of the game where right where you got cursed bodied there.
Yeah, everyone thought that was the end of the world, and yet I just say, no, it's okay. It's okay, guys. I got this.
Nah, we got this. Dance is better. He's been here before.
And... comment right now. What's your prediction? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? HP ground. God.
HP ground. God.
So game 1, we are
Tony Dance, everybody.
Yes, we are a winner, and with only 1 mistake in that game. So I take that as a win, even if I lost.
You know, that might have been one mistake, but that was a pretty flawless game. So that was technically what.
I mean, it was second round. That was my game.
Yeah, that was his game 1. So that was technically the quarterfinal. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. So let's transition over to game 2, as I'm going to talk about the teams a little bit. So this is against Balfrey or Earth Lab, which is just really funny because it's an Earth function I need to know for momentum, heat, and mass transfer, and I can't help but make that comparison in my head. Jolt,
you know, Balfrey's got that fighter with lots of mass, so it's there for you to remember.
Oh yeah, it's something like that. So Jolt would understand. He knows what Earth is, I'm sure. So we've got the Alolan Muck, we've got a Mega Blastoise, we've got a Zygarde, we've got the Tapu Koko, Celesteela, and the Landorus Therian.
It was really interesting that Balfrey got this team, because there's like 4 or 5 of his favorite bonds right there.
I know, that's good on him though. Hey, cool stuff. So my team is Mega Manectric, Jirachi, I've got Nidoqueen, Clefable, there's the Salamence, and Serperior. Now to go over a couple notable sets, I'm running double Scarf. Scarf Jirachi, Scarf Nidoqueen, both with Ice coverage, Fire coverage, Ironhead Jirachi with U-Turn, and I've also got Rock Slide for Volcarona. He did not bring it. Rock Slide on Nidoqueen, rather. He did not bring it, but, you know, maybe it'll be useful, you never know. I've got...
He didn't bring it, but he probably should have.
Yeah, he probably should have. And also notable, I had Coil Serperior with Synthesis and Leaf Blade and Iron Tail.
How does he do it, ladies and gentlemen?
We'll see if it can do any work. But the other sets are, I think I have Yachi, Salamence, very similar set to last time. It has Rock Tomb and Dragon Tail. And Clefable is pretty physically and in mixed bulk, I'd say, with Babiri Berry. I was very scared of Celesteela in my prep, so we'll see where we go from here. Are you ready to start the game?
Well, let's hit the play button.
We're hitting the play button right now. So we are on turn 1. I'm leading with Nidoqueen again. Are you seeing a trend here, folks?
Yeah. Valkyrie leads right with that threat to Celesteela, and then forgets the Nidoqueen has Fire Blast.
Yeah, I figured if he went for Earthquake, the worst thing that could happen is, he'd do maybe a little over half, and I'd basically do over half to him with Fire Blast. So I thought it would be a good trade. If I lost Nidoqueen, but I basically took out Celesteela, it would have been a really good trade. So I go to Jirachi to Fire Punch. He does have the Earthquake. I was just hoping he didn't have it, which is why he didn't go for it turn 1. Unfortunately, I was wrong, but it's not really a big deal. I can go into Mence, which he goes for Stone Edge. Nice prediction.
He got you there.
He did get me. I'm not going to deny it. It didn't change the game in any capacity, but it was a nice prediction nonetheless. Because I have the Roost. It was a very similar set to last time. I don't know why. I really liked this defensive Mence or bulky Mence. It worked really well.
I think because it was your Z user, everybody expected you to take a more offensive approach, and then when you didn't, it threw your opponents off.
I feel like you're probably right. I gotta be honest, do I even know how to use Z Mence? I have no clue.
I mean, you just click the button and good things happen.
Yeah.
But Mence with the Rock Tomb taking out the Celesteela.
There we go. Mence for MVP, using Rock Tomb. So
Mega Blastoise.
Yep, we got Blastoise here, so I can just Toxic it.
Ooh, oh, right.
If I
forgot,
lost
you're Yachi
here,
on this.
Would have been worth it if I just Toxic that and it hit. He Toxics me though, so maybe he doesn't have Ice Beam? Question mark. So apparently he doesn't because he goes for Dark Pulse, which Clef tanks very nicely because it's bulky.
He was probably predicting the Rachi to come in on the potential Ice Beam the next turn.
That is true. That is true. I go for the Self Rock because I know they're going to be useful if you manage to not spin them away. I also know this thing is probably going to knock off or Poison Jab, so I better go into Mence to give it the Intimidate. It helps a little bit, but I try to go to Jirachi to prevent any Poison Jab shenanigans. Here is Ice Cube again, the Mega Blastoise, so I think it's just going to be U-turn time. I don't really have much for it. I wish I packed the Thunder Punch, but I don't, because Ice Punch and Fire Punch were more valuable coverage. I switch into Serperior, which is my Coil set. Unfortunately, he Toxic Poisoned me, which is actually really bad. I do set up a Coil. Here we go.
Yeah, hey, you did show that you had it.
I did show that I had it. Unfortunately, its effectiveness is very questionable.
It didn't really work.
It didn't work that well. It would have been great if I used it against Tapu Koko. Right, because look right here, I've got Iron Tail. Yeah, my other move was Leaf Blade, so I really couldn't have used that against a Muck. So in my defense, I had Synthesis, so I could have probably stalled this thing out, but the Toxic Poison did me in, so maybe it could have worked if I wasn't poisoned.
But you know what? When in doubt, bring back in Jirachi and get a crit.
Yeah.
The Hex Gods saw that Coil is superior, and they were like, you know what, Danzo, we're going to reward you with some chip damage.
That was good stuff, and I can even take it out with a Clefable. So, also, did you know they changed Jirachi's ability to increase critical hit ratio percentages to 100%?
Yeah, I heard it was like 100%.
Yeah, only on turn, what is it, 18? Only on turn 18, though. So if you use Jirachi on turn 18...
This is pretty scary right here when he goes for Rock Polish with the Lando.
Yeah, very scary. I'd have to play this very carefully, because if he set up a Swords Dance, honestly, I think I would have lost. But he was not Double Dance, thankfully.
I think for the fact that he went for Iron Tail right there kind of revealed that he wasn't.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. So I was very relieved. He knew that I was just going to keep switching around and that his attacks wouldn't do anything to my team at that point. So he switches out and goes into the, what's it called? The Mega Blastoise. Clef goes down. I'm sorry, Jolt, I let you down.
But you know what? You're smart to keep that Salamence around with the Zygarde and the Lando still alive.
Yeah, I was okay losing it to the Landorus, but if I had to, but I really wanted to keep it around. With the Intimidate, it's really helpful. So I've got Nidoqueen against Landorus. Choice Scarf Ice Beam. Choice Scarf Ice Beam, folks.
Hey, he was ready. He had the Yachi.
That was nice prep, though. Hey, good on him. Although he can't switch out unless he defog, which I already know he doesn't because I know it's his old set. But I also have Jirachi. Double Scarf, folks. Double Scarf. Only on this channel. Actually, I made Triple Scarf way back in the day, so I'm sure Tom Z remembers that one. Triple Scarf. Now it's Double Scarf today. But
and Valfrey lost the game.
Yeah, that's when he lost right there. But I think I still would have won anyways. But that's when he really lost it, right? So he thunders on my Manectric before it Mega Evolves. I went for the Thunderbolt because it was a big boost. Because I figured he was going to stay in. I didn't know he was choiced actually. But is what it is. Doesn't really matter because I can go for the HPIs now. And I can easily take.
I think my Manectric is so strong, dude. That HPI did so much damage.
So it's nice. It's just nice. So I get to attack that.
He's under Zygarde. He's not Choice Scarf Zygarde.
No, not at all. And even if he was,
that's gonna.
I still outspeed it with Jirachi. Even if he was. So.
True. So you were all set there.
I was all set. So that's the game. I win
33 turns this time. You gotta give the fans what they want. Yeah. Throw back for the win domination right here. So.
Oh yeah. So that was a nice win. I can't believe, at this point I'm in utter shock that I'm still winning. If you guys,
from an outside perspective, it was cool when you won the first game, but then when you won the second game, that's when we knew you had a shot.
So this is the championship game coming up. For those of you who don't know on the TTM, I've had a very bad string of a couple years where I haven't considered myself good at this game or even worthy to talk to Jolt.
No. You just made the semifinals of the Stab League Season 2.
Well, that's all. I feel like I should have won everything.
My bad.
On my image.
Yeah, my bad.
No, joking aside, I haven't had a great string of luck for a couple years. Plus, my own skill hasn't been great. Maybe it's because I haven't played it out. I don't know. But today might be the day when it all turns around. I was amazed that I was this far. And these were really well-played games on my part, and I think I prepped very well, despite the limited time. I did these in 15 or 20 minutes, but they were all very well thought out.
I mean, that's March Madness, Summer Showdown range, so, you've been in those tournaments before, so you do have a little bit more experience.
That's true, that is true, so... Alright, I think we're good to go into the next game. I'm gonna move my tab over.
The finals time.
This is the finals. So... Now, this is against Brother Bill. I call him Brother Bill because he's in the Ocean Man spam chat. Shout out to the Ocean Man.
Is that Ocean League still going on?
Oh, it's going to go on forever. I love Ocean Man. All right.
Ocean Man is the best.
Shout out to Ocean Man. Okay. So we've got, let's see, look championship. I'm just looking at my sets real quick so I can highlight some good ones. So on his team, he's got the Scolipede. Very afraid of that. He swept someone with that earlier in this tournament. So then we've got Mega Metacham rather. So it's
Mega Metacham was killing people too.
Those two were big threats.
There was one game where he led off with that and just 6-0'd from turn 1.
Jeez. So Scolipede and Mega Metacham, I realized, were his biggest threats. But he's got Crook, which is also a big threat. The Ferrothorn, not too bad, but obviously it's annoying. The Tornadus Therian, always really annoying. And Raikou, which is always really annoying. So he's got a really solid team. I'm wondering how I even have a chance. I was like, I looked at the teams. I was marveling at what I could come up with to try to beat him. So I came up with, I have Pelipper with Drizzle, and there's a reason why I'll get to in a moment. So it does have Damp Rock, much to Stab's chagrin. But I've got Air Balloon Nidoqueen. The reason why I did that, whether it comes into play or not, is another question. But if it went against Scolipede, and Scolipede was setting up, Scolipede would have to go for a Mega Horn or Poison Jab on my Nidoqueen rather than an Earthquake. And it won't KO it, obviously, and I can KO it with a Fire Blaster or Flamethrower. In this case, it was Flamethrower. So that's why I had that. I also have Surf and Thunder on Nidoqueen, in addition to Earth Power, of course. That's very notable. Thunder. Pay attention to Thunder. So we've got Superior, which is actually a defogger. I don't think I used defog or needed to, but So it's Leaf Storm, knockoff Toxic.
I mean, with Ferroform there, it makes sense.
It does make sense, though, absolutely. And I've got Clefable with Unaware, very important. And it has Psychic for the what's it called? Scolpede. It's also got Moonblast, Wish Protect. I had to go for Wish, unfortunately, because Unaware is not compatible with Soft Boiled. And Manectric is pretty standard, although I did toss an Overheat rather than Flamethrower. And Jirachi's another Scarf set, but it's Special Scarf with Thunder. Moonblast, that's the event Jirachi, so it's shiny. And Hidden Power Fire along with U-Turn.
Danza hacked it into the game, don't worry.
Yeah, I hacked it, of course. So, I think we're good to get started. I like my team, but I felt like I was at a disadvantage going into this game just by team matchup, but I really liked what I put together. So, we'll see how it goes. Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I'm hitting play right now. So, I lead with Nidoqueen for a third time. I didn't even realize
What a surprise. I didn't know he was going to lead with Nidoqueen.
I didn't know this. I didn't even know this until right now. So...
Balloon's too important, so you got to switch out there.
That is true, absolutely. So I had to switch into Clefable, which was easily able to tank any hit from this. It is pure physically defensive. So here's Scolpede. It scares me so much. I go to Jirachi, but double out back into Clefable, predicting the Crocodile. And I just manhandled him there. Oh, that was a really nice play. He Stealth Rocks as I Moonblast. It's gone. With a crit, I don't think the crit mattered.
I think the crit mattered.
I don't know, but
I don't. We don't know his set, but.
And then here's Scolpede. He starts to set up, thinking he thinks I'm gonna switch. I got Psychic. And by the way, I'm Unaware, so I can tank anything. I tank a Poison Jab so easily. 50%. The poison's unfortunate.
Hey, he got the poison.
It's unfortunate that hurts a little bit, but getting rid of that Scolpede right off the bat was so nice. That felt so great. That was that was the biggest burden off my shoulders.
Hey, look! Don't worry. You may have killed the Scolpede, but he's got another one of his threats in here.
Oh yeah, he does. But I predict the Poison Jab right there. I predicted it. Went to Jirachi. Get the Moonblast off. And even though he KO'd with High Jump Kick, I'm so happy because I got so much damage on that. I know it's not a threat at all. I can just KO it with anything. And Stab actually said if he missed the High Jump Kick, it would have been better because, yeah, for him, because I would have been locked into Moonblast. So it actually worked really well. I'm gonna just Volt Switch around with Manectric into Nidoqueen with the Balloon again, hoping he goes for Electric type move, or at least that he can't Volt Switch. So he does not Volt Switch, of course, and switches into Tornado Therian. I go for Thunder outside
play of the tournament right there, guys. Turn 10 in the finals.
It was in the finals. Play of the tournament. Outside the rain of all things, and he misses a Hurricane.
Don't worry, he missed the Hurricane on the next turn too.
That doesn't really matter though, because he hits the next one. He kills Clefable anyway, so that didn't really matter. And Tornadus goes down because it has Life Orb. So Thunder from Nidoqueen. I told you to remember Thunder from Nidoqueen, right?
That really opened the door, because now, once this Raikou goes down, the game is yours.
Yeah, it literally is mine. And I'm a little bit scared if he's Calm Mind. We're going to see if he's Calm Mind.
When you saw Leftovers, did you think Calm Mind?
I did, but that's why I was a little bit scared of this thing possibly taking the game back, and that's why I went to Superior right away, so that way I could get a Toxic off on it, and hopefully try to knock off next turn. I knew HP Ice wouldn't be able to KO because it was a pretty bulky Superior, but I'm hoping, of course, I can just play around, stall a little bit, just wait some turns out to try to get this thing gone as soon as possible.
Go ahead and get the Leftovers off too, so that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely, and get that to 29% damage, plus the opportunity cost of not having a Leftovers is 6% each turn there, so it's a really great idea. It really was a great idea. I Volt Switch, just did some chip damage, and I go into Pelipper, which is actually not very useful at this point. So I just let it die. I want to let it just get KO'd. I would be totally okay with it just going down, but he actually extra sensories, presumably expecting the
Nidoqueen to come in on it.
The Nidoqueen, yeah. But it worked out in my favor because I actually just killed an extra turn. So he goes to the Ferrothorn. I go to Manectric. Now I'm thinking, oh shoot, the Overheat is not going to KO because of my Pelipper, but it really doesn't matter because I actually get enough damage off I knew he was probably going to go for leech seed.
Something I was curious about was the -1 power whip calc. Because that was...
I was really wondering, but I think I would have still lived, I think it would have been okay, but... Well, we'll see, but I don't know if he had power whip or not, but I just go into Nidoking after a Volt Switch, so I can Flamethrower, which will take the Ferrothorn down, even in the rain. Now, it's Mega Medicham against the world, only 22%. Remember how I said I was really happy about it being at 22%, and that anything can take it on? Well, we're going to see that come into play right now, because Manectric, at 27% health, is just going to KO it with a Thunderbolt. And so, through some miracle, I come through with 3 wins today, and I win...
Dude, I didn't see any miracle, I saw dance.
It's the Stab League tournament, I was so hyped, and I'm really looking forward to driving my new Porsche.
Oh yes, furnished by furnished by the Not Stab Incorporation.
Oh, if you want Jolt to pay for it, I'm sure he'd be okay with it.
Yeah, you know, furnished by the TokenMinorities.
Yeah, there we go. I get a company car.
How do you not already have a company car?
That's a good question. I'll talk to Jolt and Sticks about
Dude, all those dollars you get from Pac-Man.
Ah, yes, good times. I want to finish that one day, but the problem is school.
Yeah.
I gotta start uploading. I mean, obviously this is one of those uploads. I gotta really upload more because Styx is MIA right now, and we know why. But we gotta fill in some slack for him. We also have plans for the new year on stuff we are going to work on.
Ooh, that's exciting. I know what it is, but I won't say so.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a really great project. We're hoping it'll take the community by storm. It's gonna be so high quality. You're gonna see Jolt's beautiful face every single time. Oh, I'm looking forward.
Yeah, you're gonna see. Don't forget the head nods.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get Risen one of them too. Who knows?
Yeah, but it was a really nice tournament. Obviously, Danza won. It's cool when your friend wins. So
it was a great day, and the fact that I didn't even know that 12 hours prior, I didn't even know I was in a tournament, and I had no teams built, and I built all of these teams in 15 or 20 minutes. I was floored, absolutely floored.
You know, I'm kind of sad you did this well, because now I actually have to try extra hard against you during the season.
Oh, man. I knew I should have intentionally lost.
Yeah, you had to sandbag the tournament so they didn't know you were a threat.
Yeah, and so many people came to me after, like, just PM me, like, wow. Or on Twitter or something. I don't know. It felt like the old days again, that's for sure. If you didn't see the old days, I have some other championships. This is my 3rd championship, I guess.
Yeah, we're counting this one. Dan's dominated.
Oh, so it was good, really good. I had a really nice time. Now Jolt's gonna have to let me in March Madness, and maybe I'll be able to do this then.
Yeah, maybe. You know, Stab League All-Star.
Jolt, make this happen, okay? Make it happen. Alright, so I think we should probably wrap up. We've used up about a half hour of these people's times. So do you have any final remarks, Stab?
Stab League Season 3, featuring myself, Danza, and a host of other pretty strong battlers this season. Kicks off probably the 2nd week of January, because we had the draft the 1st week, and then we might have a week in between there, but it's going to be somewhere around the beginning of January. We got some exciting things planned. We got some exciting battle format, and you guys should really like it. Do you guys leave likes on here?
Oh yeah, of course we leave likes.
Yeah, you gotta leave likes. You gotta support the TokenMinorities and Danza and Mama Jolt and probably the other 4 that don't really do anything. But.
Okay, no. In fairness, Styx is the backbone of this channel, so he deserves a shout out.
Yes,
and Jolt, and I do a lot behind the scenes.
I know. I had to. Yeah,
Styx
but
really,
you know what, Denzel?
Only
one of them won the Stab League tournament.
That is true. Jolt did not do that. That's one thing I have up over Jolt. He might be almost having a. He might almost have a Masters.
Dude, he's probably mad that you had 3 more championships than he did. Yeah.
Does Jolt even have a championship? Oh, shots fired. I better cut this off before
on that note, we're gonna leave it before Dance gets fired. So,
Jolt, I love you. All right, we better get going. So,
have a great day, guys.
Yeah, have a great day. We will see you next time. Peace.